Welcome, friends. Today's story is about a young boy named Richard who lived in a small village. What started as a simple errand to buy vegetables turned into a journey where he learned a valuable life lesson. Let's dive into this interesting and inspiring story. Richard's Market Story, a lesson of patience and wisdom. In the small village of Boston, there lived a cheerful and curious boy named Richard. He was around 12 years old and always eager to learn something new. Richard loved exploring and finding excitement in everything he did. His mother occasionally sent him to the market to buy vegetables, and today was one of those days. One morning, his mother called out to him, "Richard, go to the market today and get some vegetables. Make sure you make a good deal and pick fresh vegetables." Richard, filled with enthusiasm, replied instantly, "Yes, Mother, I'll bring back the best vegetable." His mother handed him $10 and said, "Spend wisely, son, and try to save some money as well." Richard took the money and started walking towards the market, thinking to himself, "Today, I'll show everyone how smart I am. I'll make the best deals and even save some money." Humming a tune, he made his way to the bustling marketplace. As soon as he stepped into the market, his eyes lit up. There were fresh vegetables all around, in a myriad of colors, and the lively atmosphere of the market was drawing him in. Vendors were calling out, "Potatoes! Fresh tomatoes for sale! And fresh peas just arrived." Richard's excitement was at its peak. He noticed that the vegetable stalls were filled with vibrant, fresh produce. His eyes first fell on the peas. He walked up to the vendor and asked, "Brother, how much are these peas?" Vendor cleverly replied, "Only $4 a kilo, kid. They're very fresh, just look at how they shine." Richard loved peas, so without thinking too much, he bought a kilo of them. Felt he had made a smart choice. Now he had $6 left. Next, he headed to the potato seller. "Brother, how much are the potatoes?" Richard asked. The potato seller smiled. $3 a kilo. "Very good quality, kid. You should take some." Richard thought, potatoes are always needed at home. He quickly handed over $3 and bought a kilo of potatoes as well. Now, he had only $3 left. Richard was happy that he had bought the vegetables, but then he remembered that his mother had also asked for tomatoes. He walked over to the tomato seller and asked, "Brother, how much are these tomatoes?" The tomato seller looked at him and said, $5 a kilo, kid. Look at how red and juicy they are. Very fresh." Richard's spirits sank. He only had $3 left. He thought, "What should I do now? If I don't bring tomatoes, Mother will be upset." Then he thought, "Why don't I return the peas and buy the tomatoes instead?" He quickly returned to the pea vendor and said, "Brother, can I return these peas? I need to buy tomatoes." Pea vendor chuckled and replied, "Kid, this is the market. Things aren't returned here. Once you've bought it, it's yours." Richard felt disheartened. He started to panic a little, wondering what to do next. Just then, he noticed an old man sitting in a corner of the market, dressed in worn-out clothes, selling tomatoes at his small stall. An idea crossed Richard's mind. Why not ask him? He ran over to the old man and asked, "Grandfather, how much are these tomatoes?" The old man smiled gently and said, "Son, I have just a few tomatoes left. I'll give you as many as I can for your $3." Richard felt relieved. He happily bought the tomatoes from the old man. There weren't many, but they smelled fresh, and he was satisfied with his purchase. When he got home, his mother saw him and asked, "Did you get the vegetables all right?" Richard opened the bag and showed her. His mother looked at the peas and potatoes, then at the tomatoes and smiled. "Son, you've spent your money wisely." Hearing this, Richard realized that life isn't just about spending money, but also about making the right decision. He thought to himself, if I hadn't tried to return the peas in haste and taken my time to think, I might never have met that old man and found these good tomatoes. That day, Richard learned that patience and well-timed decisions are always rewarding. Moral: this story teaches us that patience and wisdom are the greatest strengths in life. Hasty decisions can sometimes lead to regret, but if we take our time to think wisely, there's always a solution to every problem. Thank you, friends. I hope you enjoyed this story and learned something valuable from it. If you'd like to hear more inspiring stories like this, like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you again with another new story.